Hello everyone, welcome back to G Money Sports. Today, I know it's been a minute. I've been a little busy. While on vacation for a while. I missed like three, maybe four Spurs game actually, but I've watched most. And we are currently 9 games into the season, and I'll just like kind of review and talk about my thoughts on what I've seen this season so far and what I've heard. And yeah, man, I'll just get right into it. No need to waste time. So first of all, our San Antonio Spurs, as of this recording, have a 5-4 record with big notable wins against the Clippers and the Lakers, and back-to-back games I might add, and the Grizzlies when they did have Ja Morant, which is a big a difference for them when they have their star player, their best player really. And basically all 9 games, except for the one versus the Jazz, from what I heard, have been really close. So we've done a pretty good job of closing. And even if we're not closing, we're at the very least keeping all the games close, which is great to see. Last year we might be like 3-7 right now. Wait, that doesn't happen. 3-6 right now, let's say, or 2-7. We would just be looking terrible. The biggest difference for this change in the team, it has to be the young guys, and it has to be that new starting lineup, that new small ball lineup. We have 3 young, athletic, good defensive players in DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, and Lonnie Walker IV. Off the bench, obviously, we got our rookie Devin Vassell, who I'll get to him in a minute. But let's start with our starters. Or young stars, I mean. So DeJounte Murray, in 32 minutes per game, he's averaging 17 points. 17! 5 assists, 8 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and he does lead the league. I mean, he leads the team with 2 turnovers per game. That's still a bit of a concern for me, because there are games where he looks incredible. In other games, he looks a little loose with the ball. He's turning it over, not making smart decisions. But for the most part, I mean, he's played incredible. He is by far one of my favorite players on the team. And, I mean, there's a lot of good things you can say about him. He's basically been our second, maybe third best player. Outside of DeMar DeRozan, you could probably throw Patty Mills in there, or Keldon, perhaps. But DeJounte Murray, man, the things he brings as a floor general, because he's actually a decent passer. He puts up 5 assists per game. As a ball handler, he's smart with it. He's not making dumb decisions. He's finishing at the rim. When he gets in transition, he gets a lot of steals. He's able to finish now, which is great to see. He still makes mistakes. He still has a long way to go. And he's had like a pair of mediocre to bad games. But generally, man, he's proving everyone wrong for the guys who did not believe in DeJounte. And he's been one of the most important players. He's been fantastic. Defensively, offensively, passing, decision-making, taking care of the ball is still a bit of a concern. But even then, I mean, a 5-2 assist-to-turnover ratio, it ain't bad. It ain't bad for, a 23-year-old PG. So I'll take it. Great job by DeJounte Murray. Now, one of my other favorite players, Keldon Johnson, man, he's averaging, in 31 minutes per game, he's putting up 14 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, 1.2 steals, 1 block, and from a three-point land, he's shooting 42% from the 3, so that is fantastic. And, I mean, he's getting over 30 minutes a game, and pretty similar to DeJounte in a couple ways. He's averaging 3 less points and 2 less assists, so he has the ball in his hands a little less than DeJounte, which makes sense. DeJounte's a PG. But, I mean, Keldon's impact, his aggressiveness, his decision-making, the way he goes to the rim, his big body, rebounding ability, defensively. I mean, he's matched up with LeBron 3 times now early in the season. I think he's done a pretty good job, and he played on Kawhi for a while. And even Zion Williamson and Pascal Siakam. So he's done a great job defensively, just being one of our best defenders. And offensively, he's done a good job getting to the rim. He's still got to work a little bit on his shooting, but 42% from 3, it ain't bad at all. And he shot lights out in the bubble from 3. And, you know, his hustle, his defense, his basketball IQ, it's very Derek White-esque. So Keldon Johnson, man, his aggressiveness is the biggest thing that stands out for me. But Keldon, I mean, you can make the argument he's the second best player on the team, honestly, because you look at probably the 4 biggest, the 4 best players right now out of these first 9 games. I'll exclude Aldridge because of his injuries and how he's looked. But it's been DeMar DeRozan, DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, Patty Mills. And how about our other youngster, Lonnie Walker IV? In 28 minutes, he is averaging 12 points per game, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, and shooting 40% from the 3-point land. So he's been very good from 3. And Lonnie is who I thought he was, honestly. He's got great athleticism. He still needs to work a bit on finishing at the rim. He's a good shooter, can be streaky at times. He's a good and willing defender, even if he's a little undersized. His athleticism and his length helps him out a ton. And the biggest thing, finishing at the rim for me, and to a big thing in the Timberwolves game, there were like 3 fast breaks. He just blew them. There were one he missed a layup on one. He had a bad pass for DeJounte. DeJounte wanted a lob and Lonnie threw it kind of underneath, and DeJounte did catch it, but he wasn't able to finish. He had to like pass to Keldon or someone else. So that was so he lost a couple points in that regard. So it reminds me a lot of the Houston Rockets game last year where he exploded. You can see the good and bad. You can see his offensive prowess. You can see his defensive ability. You can also see mistakes, mental errors. You can also see not being able to finish at the rim, blowing plays that he should finish. But again, man, he's 21 years old. So I'm really happy he brings a different pace. And I'll get into them. The Spurs right now, we are 11th in pace. So that's telling me that we're getting out on the floor and we're running. And we see that a lot. Particularly out of DeJounte and Lonnie. But we also see DeMar DeRozan getting in on it. Patty Mills, even Rudy Gay. Which is weird to see. Keldon Johnson, of course. He's had a lot of big dunks off steals. Or big finishes off steals. So the biggest reason we've been playing the way we are, it's the young guys, it's the new lineup, it's the pace, it's the defense, it's the improvements finishing at the rim, improvements offensively, improvements defensively, IQ-wise, out of those 3 guys. Now, a couple other things. Obviously, we're 11th in pace, 8th in assists, so we're moving the ball, and we're 1st in turnovers. What that means, we're giving up the ball the least amount of times per game. That's telling me we're playing fast, but controlled and smart, and we're moving the ball, and we're not turning the ball over. And we're playing solid defense that still can improve. Now, I think another thing to mention is Marcus Aldridge. He's been injured. He's been out of the lineup a bit, but he's still a factor. With him in the lineup, I believe we're 5-1 or 4-1 this season. He's still a big factor for this team. So don't forget LA and what he brings to the table. And the bench play has been strong with a Patty Mills. Firing from 3, FIBA Patty has been great, one of our best players so far. Rudy Gay's been good and consistent. Defensively, he's Rudy Gay. Devin Vassell, our rookie, he is what I thought he'd be too. Good defender, shooting 47% from 3. Though granted, that's on limited shots and limited attempts. But still, Vassell, 3-and-D guy with athleticism, and smart, so I like it. And that's it for the video, man. This went a little longer than I wanted to. That's why I'm ending it a little earlier. But thanks for watching. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your best players for the season, your top 3. I would probably say DeMar, DeJounte, Patty Mills for me. Keldon 4, honorable mention. But tell me y'all's list. Tell me what y'all think. Are we a playoff team? What can we do if we make the playoffs? Whatever, man. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, go Spurs, go, baby.